So I haven't talked about Trinity Seven on the channel for quite some time. Mainly the last time I talked about it was, of course, when the second movie came out and I did my review on it. But there is a lot of stuff to weigh up, positive and negative, and of course debunking false information when it comes to the chances of a season 2. And as a reminder, in these videos I weigh up what is real and what is not, so always be prepared for a little bit of debunking and ranting as a reminder. But I definitely think there is some interesting stuff to kind of weigh up. We do know that there is a manga spin-off that was announced quite a while ago, that announced and came out. That, of course, has been ongoing, and the manga is still ongoing as well, and doing relatively well, not just in the English fan base, but also the Japanese as well. It's definitely got its own strong following when it comes to the manga. Now, of course, with the second movie that came out a while ago, we now know the Blu-ray sales. I don't know the DVD sales. It seemed to be very hard to find them, but of course the second week of the sales for the Blu-ray for the second movie only sold 2,003 copies, which is definitely not great, but it's not terrible to the point of no return, but it could be a lot better, especially when increasing the chances of another season or movie in this case, depending on which direction the studio wants to go down. But I don't think Blu-ray and DVD sales are that important. It definitely helps. So it's definitely not a bad thing, but it's definitely not a positive thing to see the numbers at that stage. It would have been nice to see them a little bit higher. But you've also got to remember things like this come out in 3 stages when it comes to movies. You have your cinema release, you have your Blu-rays and your DVD distribution, and then it goes on a streaming platform. I feel that the most money that the studio would make would be from the cinema, and then of course the streaming platform, because the streaming platform would then license the movie to put on their platform, which would then give more money to the studio. So I think that's what's more important. I just think the Blu-rays and the DVDs is more just icing on the cake, but it would have been a little bit nicer to see a little bit of a higher number. So of course you have that to weigh up. As far as merchandise and marketing goes, marketing has been very low. Studios don't really remind people much of it. It's still one of those animes and movies that definitely has a very strong cult following that the fanbase really wants. Kind of reminds me a little bit of DxD, but a little bit more in the shadows. So I definitely think if a studio was to do a season 2, I think the chances are there. But the thing that's kind of confusing is the fact that they even did a second movie, which, to be honest, I actually am surprised they did a second movie. I would have expected them to do a second season before doing a second movie, but again, maybe it was just more profitable or easier for them to do it in that way. So again, whether they do a season 2 or a third movie is completely on the table. It could be either or either. I think both have an equal chance of being announced. Currently, nothing has been confirmed or announced officially from the studios, but there is some stuff to also weigh up, and there has been a lot of false information about season 2. There have been websites and YouTube channels echoing the same false narrative for quite some time now. Apparently now they've gotten to the point where they need to cover up their lies with more lies by saying that it's been delayed, and you can't delay something that's never been officially confirmed, though they claim that it was officially confirmed way back when it apparently was meant to air in 2019 of April the 11th, which never was ever announced by the studio or the author of the manga series. Never was it announced the season 2, never was it given a release date. I mean, it was never announced to start with, so it couldn't have a release date. So it kind of puzzles me how they come up with a fake release date and then double down on it and say, oh, it was obviously delayed, but no information was given on why it was delayed, and we speculate that it's going to come out in sometime in 2021. Well, it's a bit hard to believe you when you made up a release date to start with. Your speculations and rumors have no credibility when you make something up as blatant as the 11th of April of 2019 and then it never comes out, and there's no source to back that up either. They have no sources to back it up. But now they're saying, oh, well, it was just delayed, but we don't know why. I wonder why you don't know why. Maybe it was because it was never announced. Again, if things like that were delayed, the studio would announce the delay. They wouldn't just delay it and not tell their fans. Hello, look at currently what's happening right now. Animes and movies are being delayed left, right, and center due to the ongoing pandemic, but they're announcing it officially, even though their studio doors have closed. Their marketing department is still announcing the postpones and the delays. And some of them are giving new dates, and some of them aren't giving new dates. But we at least know that they're not being cancelled, but being delayed. So the fact that they're saying that Trinity 7 Season 2 was delayed, but there was no information to show why it was delayed, shows that they don't have any facts to back up their claims. And again, I don't want to rant too much, but I just want to point out exactly what is fabricated, and the fact that they also say that there wasn't enough source material either. Then why would they actually announce a season 2 if there was never enough source material to begin with? This seems a little bit contradictory to their point. And also to point out, there is enough source material for a second season, and there was back in 2019. It's the same situation with Noragami. They make something up, they cover up their lie with additional lies, and hope that you are none the wiser to work out the truth. But I am here to rectify that and point out what is real and what is not, because unlike them, I research, and I fact check, and I go to the official sources. But without harping on too much, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who's your favourite character out of Trinity 7? What did you think of the first and the second movie, particularly the second movie, because I thought it was definitely an interesting roller coaster, has some good action scenes. But again, love to know your thoughts, but if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more anime content, and I'll see you, beautiful nerds, in the next video.